Hey, what's up you guys, welcome back to my another video. Now today I thought I would talk about this situation between Young Thug and Andre 3000. So basically around a week ago, Thug had an interview with T.I. on his podcast where he basically mentioned that he hasn't heard 2 songs from Andre. Now obviously there's a lot more to that. I've watched the video before, but just so if you haven't, I'm gonna play it again and I'm just gonna talk about it, give my thoughts on it. So I'm just gonna quickly play it and we're gonna talk about it.
203,000 songs. I ain't never paid attention to him. Never in my life.
You crazy. You missing out.
Right.
You missing out. Y'all need to work together. That's what you, hey, look.
That'd be crazy.
We most definitely
Yo,
be crazy.
motherfucking next move. Just like you went and worked with Elton John, nigga.
But Elton John was like, more like Elton John. The difference from Elton John and Andre is Elton John, like simplified. Elton John like to kiss ass. Andre like his ass kiss. Elton John like, hey, I love you. I remember your first song. I remember Gucci first song. When is Guap getting out? Like he just more of like a fan type of nigga to the point where it's like, I'm like, nigga, let's do music. He like, nigga, bet. Andre more like, yo, this is the secretary. Like, hey, tell that nigga this thug, nigga.
Why you gotta talk like that, though, bro?
Fuck wrong, you don't get on the fucking phone, nigga.
No,
You know what it is? He told you stupid that answer.
No,
You answered it.
See, that's what.
It's more like that, nigga. We from Atlanta, nigga.
That's where I come from. See,
Guess what?
This is our relationship.
If I become,
don't have to do that.
If I become,
This is our ally.
no,
Yes, he is.
bruh, who?
He's with us. 3,000.
He who ally?
He's one of
He
us.
who ally?
Us.
Yeah, fucking right.
Man, yes, he is.
Why you don't rap like him?
What do you mean?
You don't talk like him, dress like him, look like him?
Hey, man, that ain't for me.
You ain't trying to portray none of that.
But you're doing it.
Alright, so that was the video. Now I don't even know where to start. First of all, none of the normal people know what Andre is like behind the scenes, right? So for all that we know, he could be a complete fucking cock, you know, to Thug, to anyone else, right? But from what we can see from the outside, Andre has done nothing but support, first of all, the new generation, and more specifically Thug, because there's many quotes, many times where Andre has just been praising Thug. He's been saying he's the only artist that he ever listens to. I mean, Andre helped with Kendrick's first album, with Good Kid, Mad City. He helped with Anderson .Paak. He always brings out the best verses, man. I mean, this man could easily bring people together just from his name, but he always chooses to absolutely murder his features and create amazing songs for these newer artists. You can literally see compilations of people just talking very nicely about Andre, you know, giving their experiences with him, always positive. I've never heard any problems regarding Andre other than now. Now, on a side note, I feel it was actually really disrespectful for Thug to talk about Elton John like that as well. I mean, I know that he's portraying him in the good light in this analogy about kissing ass, but to say that he's kissing ass, maybe he's just a fan, like he is just a fan. You don't have to say it like that to make him seem like some sort of beg, you know. The guy has been a musical legend for decades now, you know, and I don't even listen to Elton John like that, but this man was an actual rock star back when Freddie Mercury was around, you know. So for him to say that, that's just unnecessary. And then to obviously disrespect Andre, saying he never listened to 2 songs by Andre. Now, first of all, that's bullshit, because as a man from Atlanta, an artist who's breaking boundaries, right, who's breaking boundaries, he must have heard a song, at least 2 songs. Hey Ya, there's no way you've never heard Hey Ya and Miss Jackson. And if you don't consider, and that's the thing, a lot of kids on Twitter was considering his solo work when saying that they don't know like 2 of his songs. He hasn't had a single solo album, you know. It's kind of unfair to only consider Andre's solo stuff because he spent like 2 decades working with a partner, you know, with Outkast, with Big Boy. So I feel like you have to consider those songs as well, especially because he's usually the main part of the song. You know, look at Hey Ya, that's actually a solo song. And Miss Jackson, he's got a verse and he's joining in on the hook, so it's technically both of their songs. You can consider it, I would anyway. And even if you didn't know the most mainstream songs, as someone, like I said, someone who's of that age, I mean, this guy is like nearly 30. I was only born in 2001. I pretty much missed that whole Outkast era as a kid, and I still went back to the 90s, to Aquemini, to 80 Aliens, all that type of shit. And for him not to be able to do that, just to study those people, you know, that's like saying Lil TJ, or that's for someone like Lil TJ or ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg to say that they don't know 2 Jay-Z songs. Their style might not even match, but for them to say that is so disrespectful. It's just the fact that he's saying it as if he's cool for that, you know? Like, he's roasting Andre. He's saying that his music is so shit that he wouldn't even bother listening to 2 of his songs, which is straight up disrespect, man. Like, for someone, we're not talking about even like a 50 Cent type of character, you know, who's probably like a top 50 rapper in the game of all time. This is Andre, man. He's top 5. He's top 5. He's up there with Jay-Z, with Nas, with Tupac, with Biggie. That's like literally, that's like saying you don't know 2 Biggie songs, you know? And look what happened to Lil Yachty. Look at how much hate he received for that. But I feel like because Andre is more of a, he's not going to receive that much backlash, even though there has been some, compared to like what Lil Yachty received, or Lil Xan for calling Tupac's music boring. That shit's just not going to happen, I don't think. Which is I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a shame, because I wouldn't wish for him to get more hate. I actually like Fugger a lot and I like his music. It's just a shame to hear him speak in that way, you know, so disrespectfully. Another thing that I feel bad about is just looking at all these Twitter kids, even on TikTok and shit, like in the comments. A lot of people are just roasting Andre, man. They're just really roasting him. Like, I feel like Fug, he's really important, right? He gave birth to a lot of these new rappers, right? But you don't have to forget that he literally came up off of Lil Wayne's wave, right? He's not some master of music. Like, he didn't invent this whole subgenre. He had people to help him back in the day, with Lil Wayne placing the stones to help him, you know, breaking through with his new style and all the dress wearing and all that type of stuff, which still, it's possible because of Andre, you know, because he was one of the first people to, him and Kanye were one of the first people to just not care, you know, and just be themselves in terms of fashion and rap style. I just feel like this is really sad, and yeah, I just feel bad for Andre. I hope he doesn't say anything. I just hope he stays out of this. There's no need for him to say anything. People that know he's the GOAT will always know he's the GOAT, and people that will want to hate on Fugger for this, they'll just hate for him. Personally, I'm not going to hate on neither of them because I like both of them, but yeah, it's just a shame to hear Fugger talk like this. I'm actually going to listen to the whole podcast soon. Maybe there will be some context later on behind this, but yeah, I think this will be it for today's video. It's a bit of a short one, so yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments. And if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe, go check out my links in the description. I drop music every other Friday, and next Friday actually I'm going to be dropping a remix to one of my previous songs, so make sure to check that out. And I post YouTube videos every single week, so you can stay tuned for that. And this will be it. Peace.